Boy, good job.
Afternoon baseball now from the Gulf Coast of Florida. Tropicana Field here in St. Pete. Today it's the finale of this four-game set between the Chicago White Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Three-finger Rietsma is the man on the mound for the fourth game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in this last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
So digging in now, Danny Thomas. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Number 47.
He's set and the pitch. And a swing and a miss on the game's first pitch as we are underway here this afternoon. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
And this is swung on and missed on a great pitch that time, and the leadoff man is down on strikes to get this one started. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, you know, they're hoping to get more out of the number 6 hitter. He's only picked up 1 hit in this series, and I know this. I expect a lot more from him, and I think he expects more of himself, too. This could be the game that gets him going, though. A lot of times when these guys take overs, look out. They're just about to catch fire.
Ready now for the White Sox, Alfredo Nieto, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it, but he's approachable. As an offensive player, I just want to be able to turn around and say, is that as far as you're going today? And Woody will usually give you an answer.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Sergio Franco is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Comes set and the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike. Franco has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on the show. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Todd Hager. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Standing in, Edgar Hernandez, and we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Ritzma is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, one, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and two, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at-bat. If this doesn't boost your confidence on the mound, I'm not sure what does. That's 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that was a really nice fastball for the punch out on that one.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Got him. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Up next for Chicago, Henry Ramirez.
For the White Sox, second baseman, Henry Ramirez.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Set to get his day started, Ramon Cabrera, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Here comes the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Hard hit ball to second. To his left, Brady. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Now at the plate, Justin Blackwell. First offering on its way. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Dribbled to the right side. That's a foul ball. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. Home half of the 3rd come. Striding in once again, Danny Thomas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be...
Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alfredo Nieto. First offering on its way. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Stepping in now, Sergio Franco, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. First time up, he went down looking. No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Todd Hager. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see right there that these guys rank 2nd in the AL in that category. Ready for another chance, Edgar Hernandez.
Center fielder number 55, Edgar Hernandez.
Here comes the first pitch. Great tilt on the slider on the inside corner. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitchers, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Digging in to try it again, Jason Purcell. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Hard on the ground towards short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, I think this will be ruled an error, so the no-hit bid is still alive. If it's not, there might be a riot in that dugout, and rightfully so.
Standing in now, Henry Ramirez. Missed with a breaking ball. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. And he fouls this one off.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Aldridge moving in, and the White Sox have their first hit of the game.
Hey, D-Roll, it's about time they finally break through. We're into the 5th inning, and that's just their first hit of this game.
Yeah, Danny, it's been a pitcher's delight out there, but I'm an offensive guy. I want to see some balls moved into the gap. First knock, hopefully this is the start of many.
Into the box now, Ramon Cabrera. No balls and 1 strike. Cabrera is a corner infielder, normally a third baseman, but he's at the other corner at first base here in this one.
Yeah, this guy's got sure hands. You know, sometimes that one...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. White Sox strand a couple. Halfway home, still no score. Now at the plate, Justin Blackwell will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Danny Thomas. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. And he misses there, 1-2.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Into the box, Alfredo Nieto, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. It's the Rays. Digging in once again, Sergio Franco. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Ready with the 1-1. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Stepping in now, Todd Hager, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
In now, Edgar Hernandez, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. No hits to this point. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
Chavez has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They trail things here 2-0. Up next for Chicago, Jason Purcell, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, Dero, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. Two different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? Two different ways. The power guy was on top of his game, not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
The hitter in this situation has to understand that this pitcher is on the attack, looking for a quick inning. If they're in the heart of the plate, you better pull the trigger on it.
Favreau fields it cleanly, and he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Ready for another shot now, Ramon Cabrera. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Ready with the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
Chopped weakly to the left. Lehman charging in on it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Still down 3-0. Ready once again, Justin Blackwell. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Standing in now, Danny Thomas. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Stepping into the box, Alfredo Nieto. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Comes set with the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Now this crowd of just over 21,000 are on their feet. The White Sox down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, not many pitchers can brag about throwing a one-hit complete game, so hats off for him. But as a pitcher, I know he's going to wonder, like, what might have been. So close to a no-hitter, but it wasn't meant to be. That's baseball for you.
3-0 the final score in this one today. The Tampa Bay Rays used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. three-finger Rietsma earns his 5th winner of the year and recorded 18 strikeouts along the way. Oliver Garcia pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
On 8 hits, 1 error, they left 14 men on base. White Sox, no runs, just 1 hit, no errors, they left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Again, we remind you for your next trip to Tropicana City that all vehicles with 4 or more passengers receive free parking all season long. Also, a reminder that extra PSTA buses for routes 18, 32, and 74 can be picked up outside the stadium.